Hi everyone, my name is Jenny and today I'll be touching bases on what are puppy mills and why are they putting these animals into danger. So just imagine walking into a pet store, looking at all these beautiful and cute puppies playing around and just acting them cute selves. And usually when we walk into these places, it's just full of happy vibes and cute dogs. And that's what the pet stores want you to see. But sometimes we don't realize that these puppies have a horrible backstory to where they come from. Puppies in the US and puppy mills and backyard breeders should be stopped due to the horrible conditions that they have for these animals. According to the Humane Society, there is 10,000 puppy mills left over in the US, and only 500,000 are dogs used for breeding purposes, and 2.6 million puppies are sold in pet stores. But then 2 million puppies die each year only from puppy mills. And this is all according to the Humane Society. So what are the things that puppy mills and backyard breeders are doing to cause this problem? Now let's go into what is a puppy mill and what is a backyard breeder. A puppy mill is a business, a facility where they breed these types of dogs and they sell them to anywhere else to sell them, and they're just gaining profit. They're not there to take care of the animals. A backyard breeder is somebody that you find on like Craigslist or OfferUp, any type of breeder that just breeds at home in their backyard. And there could be some pros and cons about backyard breeders. However, puppy mills are the ones that are big, that are killing these animals. In addition to that, I am a credible person. I work in an animal hospital and I see a lot of cases of backyard breeders and clients coming in with a pet from a backyard breeder. And this could go both ways. It just really determines on where this pet is coming from. As an example, I did have one case with a Great Dane puppy. These people came in, they were saying that ever since they got the puppy, it was decreasing in health. So we did some tests on it, and unfortunately this puppy was not going to make it, so we did have to put it to sleep. And we asked them questions, if they even asked about the person where they bought it from, how this puppy was well taken care of, how were the conditions, was everything clean, was it sanitary, did they get enough water, were they actually feeding from their mom, did they see the mom of these puppies. It's very important to know where these puppies come from and how well treated they were and taken care of, because this can result to a situation like this where your puppy can get sick, and even worse, it can possibly end up to death. Just like backyard breeders, puppy mills are in a high area of where people are closer to get these puppies from. And they abuse their animals a lot. Once a mother is not able to produce more puppies, they usually just abuse these dogs, or they even kill them. They really don't care. They just throw them to the side like if they were trash. A lot of puppies are getting taken away from their mothers at a young age, not even until they're fully weaned, and that's why a lot of puppies die, especially since these are newborns. They're so sensitive, and that's why they can contract so many diseases and they die so rapidly. According to the ASPCA, the Animal Welfare Act provides some of the very minimal protection for dogs in certain puppy mills. The standards of care for these dogs are survival standards. So as you could see here, that many of these breeders and puppy mills do not care about these puppies. These puppies are born to fight for their lives, which they don't deserve any of that, because they are innocent animals that come into this world. And these are future family members. And many people go to pet stores and think everything's amazing, and they see these cute puppies because they are cute, but the story behind it is something very sad. And by individuals going to pet stores, they are helping those puppy mills grow. They're supporting these puppy mills, and this is why it is important to not support these pet stores. Animal abuse is one of the main parts of why these animals are dying. Now let's go into what other aspects contribute to this result. Now, many of them contract diseases and health problems. They just don't only have health issues like that, but they have extremely fears of and phobias altered to mental health functioning, compulsive behaviors such as circling around themselves and pacing back and forth. A lot of them show difficulty of coping, and this is a lot of the reasons why many people struggle with their dog's behavior is because of what their life has been before. Imagine a life in a small cage crammed in with so many other people. These are how these puppies are living. They have little to no space. They may not even get any water, and if they do, it's like probably contaminated. Just because nothing is clean, they live on top of their feces, and they all live on top of each other. Many live on top of other dead puppies, and this is really sad to think about because they need veterinary care, and this is what they lack. According to the Humane Society, there's this dog named Pearl. She was rescued from North Carolina puppy mill in the late 2019. She was very shocked that she's seen every single rib was visible. She was lethargic, riddled with parasites, and pregnant with 7 puppies, only 3 whom survived after receiving round-the-clock care. So, if it wasn't for the Humane Society to go and save these puppies, all these puppies would have probably died. And this is what is in the world today. So when you go into a pet store, it's not all colorful and rainbows. What you see behind that window is what is way much more than we think. A lot of pet stores don't want you to see this. They only want the money. As for Pearl, the dog who had survived, and she did have a litter, and most of them did survive, all these conditions that they're living in all follow after each other, resulting into health problems of these animals. Many of these health issues these puppies contract are epilepsies, anemia, hip dysplasia, kidney disease, so many diseases that come later down the road or just start appearing up once they're puppies. And a lot of people wonder why their pet is decreasing in health, and they don't realize they are lacking the information of what's behind the story of these puppies. Where do they come from? And so it's so important to understand where these puppies come from. Know your breeder if you're getting a puppy from a backyard breeder. Whether if it's on Craigslist or anywhere, just know where your puppy is coming from. There is some backyard breeders that are good and some of them are bad. We just have to know and inform ourselves where this puppy is coming from, because you're about to be paying so much more money than you already are just for this puppy. There are many solutions to this problem, and if you want a puppy, or if you know that somebody is wanting a puppy, anyone that loves animals should spread this word and to help stop puppy mills. And the one way to stop puppy mills is sign petitions from the ASPCA or the Humane Society. They have a lot of petitions and are helping so many puppies around the world that are in backyard breeders or puppy mills. Another way is to adopt and don't shop. There's so many animal shelters that you can find a good pet for. If you want a full-bred dog, you can go to a backyard breeder. Just know your information. But it's always a good place to start at a certain type of rescue if you want a full-bred dog. There are so many shelters that are changing their ways to help you find the perfect pet for you. And in addition, there is so many other shelters that if you're specifically looking for a certain type of breed, they may have that type of breed. A lot of shelters are coming down to a specific type of breeds, and they want to make sure that they find you the perfect pet to take home. And there's a lot of no-kill shelters and nonprofit shelters that are trying to help solve this problem of overbreeding animals and stopping puppy mills and backyard breeders. According to the Sun Valley Animal Hospital, every year an estimated 1.5 million adoptable shelter dogs and cats are euthanized in the US. And it's always a good place to start at an animal shelter because you could find a pet and you could be so in love with it as much as a pet from a pet store. So next time you walk past a pet store, make sure you know where these puppies come from and think twice about buying a pet from a pet store or from a marketplace or off the internet. Ask questions and know who you're buying your pet from. Thank you.